welcome back to FishHunter. Today we're going to be looking at the FishHunter app. To open your app, just click on the link and it's going to open to the last place you were in this app. Quick navigation of the app is going to let you know that there's 4 main areas you can go in the app right off the menu: maps, sonar, add a catch, which is your catches logbook, and to see and display your catches and all the other catches for other fish hunters. This series of videos is going to be focused on going through each one of those individual portions and parts of the app so you can clearly understand how to use and get the full benefit of your FishHunter app. Today's session we're going to focus on maps. I've pulled up, as you can see, the menu because I want to choose what pins I want to display on the map. You can see on the top you have a number of options here. You can filter the pins that you see, you can create a new pin, or you can search for a specific location or grouping of pins. In this case, you click on the filter button and it's going to bring up a number of options for you to filter what pins you're going to see on the screen in the map view. On the top section, you're going to look at what pins you're going to see. If you see that it's not bolded, if you see that it should start out like this, which means you have not selected any of these options to look at your pins. So if I want to look at fishing spots, I got to push on it with my hand. If I look at marinas or fishing spots, I push on them like that. Maybe I want to get only the star ratings, then I can click on the star ratings and look at that. And down below, I can also look at what's called catch pins. So catch pins are where somebody actually has caught a fish and created a catch for it. And that becomes quite interesting if you're looking for spots where people have only caught bass or they're using minnows or other type of bait. Maybe you're interested in those. As you scroll down, you can choose to look at all people, just your own, or you can look at the people that you're following in terms of other fish hunters. You just hit the save and go button, and now what's displayed on my screen are just the pins based on the criteria that I had selected. And you're going to notice 2 colors of pins. Red pins are the pins that you create for yourself. That's why you're going to always know they're yours. And gray pins or black pins are going to be pins that are made by other fish hunters that are not your pins. But that allows you to see what other fish hunters are using and where are they fishing in your local area. So you can just zoom in on the map. It has all of the same map functions that you'd be familiar with if you were using a regular mapping tool. And once you get into a specific location, you basically put your finger on an individual pin, and then it's going to bring you up all of the information relative to that pin. You can get a snapshot view just by looking at this, or you can press on the red button itself, and then what it's going to do is bring you up a lot more detail with regards to that specific pin on the map. You have a number of options here on pins. You can share that pin if you like. You can give it a rating. You can make a comment on it. Just give it a quick thumbs up. And also you can pin it by pressing the pin it button. And what that's going to do is that's going to create the pin and save it as your pin so that you can make changes to this pin if you'd like to. And that pin's now going to become red versus black on the map. You can go back to the map view and see where that pin's located, or you can just use the back key and go back to where you started. Click back on the map. Maybe you want to scroll out. You can move the map around and find maybe another pin of a different location. If you also want to drop a new pin, let's say you're in a new location, you've seen the pin there and you want to create a location around where you'd like to go, then clearly you can actually use your current location by GPS by clicking on that button. It's going to create a pin for exactly where you are. Or you can actually create a pin by typing in the city or the information you'd like to do to go to that location. If you'd like to create a pin on the map, just by placing on it, you place your finger as I just did on the map, it's going to create a pin, and now you have the opportunity to click OK, and I can actually click, and you can see I'm dragging that pin around the screen to give a very specific location to make sure that that's an accurate pin. Once you have that pin there, you can actually click on that pin as well, and now you can add all of the information you'd like to on why you've created that pin, including adding pictures to it, and actually identifying it as what type of pin. Is it a fishing spot, a hazard, or is it a marina? In this case, I'm going to actually make it a fishing spot, and then I'm going to save that pin into my collection. It's now successfully saved, and you see that that pin is turned red and is part of my collection. Those are the basic elements of using the mapping software of the app to allow you to actually track, create, and share your locations with other people if you feel that's appropriate.